Bad luck there. And Glam plays another rebound off of the back.
right, in closing out the show, we're going to be played out by our Instinct Spotlight, previewed last week with much hype. This is Note Taker with his track Too Smooth, featuring Grey Matter. Thanks to everyone for listening. Make sure to follow and subscribe to our playlists on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, wherever you listen to the show. And we will see you back here next week for another episode of Monster Cat Call the Wild. Bye, guys.
Guys like that got a Lambo on a bad lease, but he'll make sure that you see. Guys like that got a visa that he don't pay, and he won't remember your name. I don't wanna see you hold on to that. I don't wanna see you hold on, 'cause he's too smooth, yeah. He's got a couple lines that he uses every night, yeah. He's too smooth, yeah. If you take him home tonight, he won't leave her satisfied. Come and dance with me. They got nicknames in their phones, and they won't be taking it slow. Guys like that is looking for a sure thing, and he'll move on if you delay. I don't wanna see you hold on to that. I don't wanna see you hold on, 'cause he's too smooth.
home, no place to go, but I don't feel cold. I've been so blind, just lost my mind, but all I have lost I find. Your face reminds me of these games, the memories don't erase. I'll never be the same anymore. I'm on the highest top with no control. And you done. I open my eyes, do you remember me? I carried on. Through all of these years, you've been my fantasy.
All right, everyone, we're finally here. We have made it to another great week of Collegiate Dota. Carlo, how are you, my friend?
I'm half asleep, Ricky. I thought we started 8 o'clock.
Dude, I don't know what's going on, man. Apparently, we're doing some like cool giveaways. I guess I don't know. There was some technical
Very
difficulties.
cool. What are we giving away tonight?
Yeah, so we'll give you the deets here in just a little bit. How about we talk about who we're watching?
Tell me about who we're watching then.
So tonight we got the one and only Rutgers University versus the University of Calgary.
Calgary.
Hey, do you know anything about Calgary? Have you been there before?
That's where I am.
Oh,
I'm in Calgary.
What? How'd you get
from
there?
Calgary. I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to be a biased caster as usual tonight.
Ah, good, nice. I've never seen one of those before.
What do we know about Rutgers, Ricky?
Well, Rutgers has a good, long-standing history here on CSL. They've always made it to playoffs, and this team's trying to get their first LAN appearance, I believe, right? I don't think they've made it to LAN, right?
They haven't quite made it to LAN. Storm Soldat, the captain of the team, and also the drafter, returning drafter after getting kicked out of the position for being toxic, aka drafting weird heroes, told me that they plan on making it to LAN.
Wow.
That they are confident that they can beat RIT, and they are also worried about SBU, the team that just won.
They should be now after a couple days ago.
Rutgers placed third in the East, which is known as the Group of Death, behind RIT and SBU, who just fought each other in the finals of the Winter Invitational. Therefore, Rutgers did not make it to the Winter Invitational, so they have to prove their mettle in the group stage in order to make it to the playoffs. Now, I looked at the standings recently, and I believe the University of Calgary is currently ranked first in their group, currently in the standings. However, the University of Calgary is also getting a lot of wins due to forfeit. So the standings are a little bit funky.
Yep.
But Rutgers definitely, I mean, they want to beat everyone if they want to make it.
Seems like a pretty good goal, good strategy there.
Yeah. So, that's kind of how it works. We're going to see what they do. I mean, Rutgers has proven to be a very good team. However, they have the unfortunate disadvantage of having Diego Storm Soldat on the team. Maybe they'll pull it together tonight, but that's why this cast is here, so we can see how it plays out.
Yeah, and before we get to the cast, as we mentioned earlier, we do have some cool little promotions and giveaways coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and throw those up on the screen here, and we'll explain them to you guys.
Alrighty.
So, for starters, anyone watching tonight and chatting today will be entered for an opportunity to win the PA Manifold Arcana. So, if you guys keep an eye on the chat, you may be seeing a message starting soon. And that will allow us to pick one of you viewers for your own PA Arcana. Secondly, the second giveaway we're doing is a raffle for anyone who follows both at C Star League and at Collegiate Dota. There's going to be a post on there. If you retweet it, we'll have a winner chosen for some sweet swag. And that's what you got to keep your eye on.
There's one thing I like more than swag, it's sweet swag.
Ooh, nothing like some sweet swag. So yeah, keep your eyes there, and we'll be picking a winner here at the end of the stream tonight. So, tell your friends, tune in, do that hashtag or pound raffle, hashtag and pound's the same thing, exclamation point raffle to be entered, and that's how you'll find out if you get entered. Only one entry per person.
Do you know what the hashtag is actually called?
The pound symbol?
Do you know what the pound symbol is actually called?
Tic-tac-toe?
Do you know what the tic-tac-toe board is actually called, Ricky?
Please. Fill me in.
What
What is it called?
Octothorpe.
An Octothorpe. All right.
Yes.
The more you know.
So
I can see it screaming across my screen there.
If you guys want. Or exclamation mark raffle if you want to be entered in the raffle.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be a cool little thing we're trying out with. Hopefully it works, I might have thrown this together in the last 15 minutes as we were supposed to be starting the stream, but it's fine. It's fine.
Thank you very much for doing that, Ricky. Well, once again, the raffle does take place at the end of the stream, but we do have some exciting content we have to get through before we get to the end of the stream.
Oh, so exciting.
A couple games of Dota, some collegiate combatants battling for a spot in the playoffs. Storm Soldat and the boys versus
your boy Truck Waffle
Calgary.
On Calgary.
I went to high school with Truck Waffle.
Wow, that's a cool
He's also the only player on the team who didn't tag up with the Calgary Dinos tag.
There you go.
Disrespectful.
Disrespect.
Just he was a rebel back in high school. He used to skip class to go sit around and draw pictures like that S, a Q.
Yeah, I don't know. No one knows what those are called.
One thing about him, he hates school, but he loves taking kids to school in Dota.
Ooh, good to know. Good to know. Well, instead of keeping y'all waiting any longer, we're gonna go ahead and jump into game number 1 here in just a few moments. So please stick by, don't go too far. One of the things, I don't know, words are hard today.
Boys.
Stick it in. Just stick your feet right in the ground. We'll be back in just a few moments.
See you guys soon.
How do we breathe?
All right, so we're here. Game number 1 between Rutgers University and University of Calgary. The Dinos versus the bus drivers. I don't think that's a thing I would have ever heard in my life.
I love the Rutgers banner.
Oh yeah,
very well done.
Yeah, but how about the Dinos banner? Is there a single
Rex
team that has as classy of a banner as this one?
I'm gonna go out and say it, and even if I weren't from Calgary, I think the Dinos have the best logo mascot. The fact that they use the faceless Rex is so perfect. They're killing it on the banner game. They've pretty much already won the draft from that in my books, even though the Rutgers banner is very good. I think against another team, I would have to give it to Rutgers, but right off the bat, Dinos takes that one away. They even have the fancy outline on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a quality banner, not something we see very often here.
What's something else we don't see very often?
Well, I would say these bands, but that's a lie. So all six of these heroes very often banned in these games. So we get a first pick Tusk out from the Rutgers. And tell me, you've been playing this hero a lot. How do you feel about it?
I love it. I've taught Storm Soldat everything he knows about the hero, so I can say with the utmost certainty they're probably going to do okay with it. I've had to give him a few tips and tricks. I taught him how to use both the mouse and the keyboard at the same time. He was really struggling with that.
Ooh, I thought he was just a keyboard user.
You can use hotkeys to cast your abilities. You don't have to click on them. And there's actually a store in game that you can use gold to buy items to enhance the power of your character.
Wait,
I gave him a few tips like that, and I think that Rutgers is really going to put those to use this game. Hopefully, it's not an unfair advantage. I like Tusk. The nerfs make sense. I think he's still very powerful. Tag Team has a longer cooldown and a higher mana cost. Before Tag Team, pretty much it was all pretty off cooldown very often, and I think it only costs 40 mana at level 1. So you could just cast it whenever with no risk. It just means you kind of have to use your brain now. And so that's what Tusk required anyways.
I like the change. It was kind of dumb that you just pick Tag Team and won your lane. Now it's pick Tag Team. You still probably win your lane, but it's not as easily.
The clockwork change, there's no cast point on battery salt, I love, and everyone I've talked to tells me they love it as well.
It's such a simple, funny change, because you don't think it should have a cast point. So, if we're doing immersion here, to me, clockwork, no cast point on battery salt, that's an immersion change for me.
It catches me off guard, though, in games. I still wait for him to stand still for that second, and he just starts unleashing.
He's like, I'm coming for you.
Now, Clockwork's a hero we haven't seen. Definitely the change causes the Dinos to think that he is valuable enough to pick. Jakiro's another hero we don't see very often.
Yeah, this hero is interesting. I don't feel like Jakiro is strong enough still. I mean, you can play him as a support, and I think it works really well. I think some people were expecting him to be potentially a core this patch with some of the changes, but I don't think it's enough. So definitely going to be a support Jakiro here, most likely, and he's really good at harassing his lanes. So depending on what Rutgers picks here, it might be really good. Phantom Lancer, that's a weird pick for me.
What is going on, dude? I thought I read the patch notes, but apparently not, because I am not seeing... The only thing that makes sense to me right now is the Tusk. and that we have 2 teams ready to prove their worth. Phantom Lancer's here again. We never see him. Whatever happened to Phantom Lancer? You were sharing some opinions with him about Phantom Lancer with me the other day. What happened, man?
This hero is not as good as he used to be.
Can he not farm? Can he not fight? What's his issue?
He usually builds stat items, right? That's what he mostly relies on, is from his kit. Like, if you think about all the things that he builds, it's usually Manta, a Scotty, and it's all of those items are essentially nerfed. And for agility heroes, they end up losing a lot of attack speed, a lot of armor, and a lot of movement speed as a result. So I think Phantom Lancer got hit pretty hard with that. He does have a little bit more agi gain, obviously, as a result, one of the highest in the patch. But I don't know.
We'll see what they can do with them, I guess.
Yeah, it's a weird change this patch, but PL on paper is really good against both Clockwork and Jakiro. Not really affected by cogs. Really easily can get out of Jakiro's dots, like all his damage over time spells. You just doppelganger those off. So
yeah, and he can get out of cogs, and he's not gonna take the battery salt. He can split it with his boys.
It's like good, but
we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, it's just worse than last patch, basically.
It's definitely caught us off guard. We can assume it's going to catch the dinos off guard as well. Now, do you think the Jakiro pickup is due to the dinos being the dinos? Jakiro being a dino-like hero?
I don't know. Maybe they're going for like the strategy there. Like,
are there any other dino-based heroes you'd have to take? Disruptor?
I think OD you could maybe classify as a dinosaur-based hero. Winter Wyvern for sure would be one of them. Ooh, so I'd expect to see another Flappy Boy in this lineup if that's what they're doing.
Well, they go for the Faceless Void. Now, this is a hero once again I've heard a lot about, but we saw didn't RIT pick it, and they weren't able to pull a win with it against SBU.
Yeah, the Faceless Void kind of fell flat that game, and a lot of that came down to the laning phase. He just didn't get much out of the lane, and then he was going against 4 very tanky strength heroes with high armor, which Faceless Void is not historically good against. So that was a rough game for a Void. I think he did the lowest damage on his team, or the second lowest damage on his team.
There is combo potential with the Macropyre Chronosphere and the Macropyre Cogs. However, Macropyre is honestly one of the most underwhelming spells in the game, in my opinion, especially as an ultimate.
Yeah, it seems like they gave it a nice little touch where it lingers for a moment, but it still feels like Macropyre needs a massive setup for it to really be impactful. So heroes like Faceless Void are definitely good for that.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely combos with it. We're going to go into Rutgers' second phase picks. Are they going to do something zany, you think? Or are we going to see something
I'm already
a little bit more
zaned out
standard?
right now by this Phantom Lancer, so...
Yeah,
I don't know if I can handle any more Zane, you know? Really quick, though,
Zane.
If you look at the bans, Beastmaster to get taken out, so that's a feels bad.
It's not like we were going to see him anyways. Nobody wants him, apparently.
Yeah, trying to see that the whole time. But it's all right. I'm sure they've got some plans here. There's a lot of really good offlaners still available. Okay, well, they stole the Flappy Boy, so Calgary Dinos has to be upset with that. They're having
they are. I actually just heard them scream from somewhere else in the city.
Wow. I believe you.
Thank you. Thank you for believing me. And I believe in them. Well, they only have 12 seconds to figure out who they want to pick after the Winter Wyvern has been snatched. Chronosphere offers a lot of options in regards to heroes that can combo.
Yeah.
Like with the Chronosphere. I would say AA would be great, but I'm sure Clockwork and Jakiro are already the supports.
Yeah, most likely. So I don't think you really want to do that. Clockwork you could offlane, but it's pretty weak against PL. So I would like those to be the supports and then pick up a more kind of a stronger laner, essentially. Winter Wyvern is incredibly good against Faceless Void, so this is going to make Void's life very difficult as a carry.
Yeah, he has the Cold Embrace saves anyone in Chronosphere, and he also allows Faceless Void to give the beatdown to his teammates.
Yeah.
Dragon Knight, okay, so they pick a semi-flapper.
Okay, so they were like, well, we can't get this Flappy Boy, we'll pick another one. And Phoenix doesn't really fit the dinosaur type thing, and Dragon Knight does, so I think you're right on this. I think this is what they're doing.
How are you feeling about the Calgary Dinos lineup so far, though?
It
doesn't seem too scary to me.
Yeah, it weirds me out a little bit. It seems like they have They're kind of picking heroes they like rather than heroes that play well together. Dragon
I don't
Knight,
have a problem with that though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either. I just don't think Dragon Knight does like a lot with Faceless Void.
Huskar.
That's a yikes. Huskar is one of the only heroes in the game that does well against Dragon Knight mid, so that's a rough
Interesting, actually interesting for the Dinos to pick what seems to be their mid hero at the end of the second phase when they do have last pick. And Faceless Void, I guess, is their offlaner if they want to save their last pick for their position 1. It seems like they might be saving their last pick for their position 3, but maybe they're just favoring their position 3 player. They want to give that player the last pick.
Yeah.
In doing so, though, the Dragon Knight Huskar matchup. Usually, I ask you to get some insight, but can I take this one, Ricky?
Yeah, I'd love for you.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here and say Huskar has a good time mid against Dragon Knight.
Oof, you are correct, sir.
Thank you.
And also, he's pretty good against Faceless Void.
Yeah, I guess you
As
can't
a
really
hero.
time away Burning Spears either.
You time walk the ult, the life break, but then you're just burning to death, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. Centaur and Timbersaw ban, so I think both teams are expecting an offlane pick here. I mean, Rutgers for sure needs their offlaner, but Calgary Dinos, are they going to switch it up here?
I mean, we had even seen Dragon Knight play the offlane in the past, although that was a few patches ago. That was last year, actually, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I would like Rutgers
I'm not sure
to
what
pick
are
a
you
blue
feeling
hero
for
here.
either team. Did you say a blue hero?
Yeah, look at this. It feels good, you know?
No, Ricky.
Give it to me.
5 seconds remaining.
No blue zone. They're going 3 seconds with the reserve time.
What blue offlaners are left?
Team pick.
I was thinking
Wrong.
Underlord, but he's not very blue. He has the green zone, so that's
Wrong.
kind of the wrong color.
Yeah.
Rutgers really dropping the ball here.
It takes quite a lot of damage to kill both the heroes on both teams. Pretty beefy boys.
Yeah.
Is Jakiro like Winter Wyvern is the squishiest hero in this game with Cold Embrace.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Rutgers
Okay,
team
what
is
are they
very
thinking for an
tanky.
off lane here? Are there any traditional off laners that haven't been taken out yet? Darkseer doesn't seem terrible with Clockwork and with Faceless Void. He also can
I was
solo,
gonna say
allowing for an aggro
Darkseer
try.
is probably the best because even if you're against a Tusk, you have Surge, which is really strong. And Vac into wall inside of a Chrono Macropyre or Ice Path has always been a classic strategy. So we'll see if they do something like that. I agree with you. I think Darkseer is probably the best pick that they can go with right now.
Oh, the Vacuum Ice Path. That's old school, Ricky.
Yeah, I would say Vac Ice
love
Path
that.
was like Disruptor. That was like what the old combo used to be.
Well, back in the day, too, Ice Path actually did a lot of damage on
Yeah.
Jakiro, like way back when.
Yeah. So that's what I'm
Weird.
thinking.
That's just weird to think about, actually. That there was a ton of damage attached to Ice Path.
Yeah, we'll see. It could be Darkseer. They still could do Tidehunter. I think it's worse by far.
Tidehunter is
because-
a quad melee team with triple
Yeah.
melee core. Viper!
Okay, so Void off lane, Viper mid against Huskar. They have to go Viper mid against the Huskar, right?
I think that's
No,
why they
maybe-
would have picked it.
What is on Dragon Knight's head?
That's ported in from Dota 1.
Oh, see, I keep
Another-
forgetting that they let Dota 1 cosmetics into this game. That's like the second time
Right.
this week.
Don't worry, when Warcraft 3 Reforged comes out, I think they'll update that item.
They really need to.
I think he looks
I
quite
can't
good in
tell
it.
if his helmet is like there, and then the top of his helmet was replaced by, or I don't know what that is. It
I
looks like
think
there's
he's
a
looking
leech
good.
on his head. He has a giant
ready
leech
for
on his
battle.
head. Yeah, he's ready to go.
And would you say that leech looks better or worse than the leech immortal for Pudge that goes on his arm?
Definitely better. Yeah, the leech for Pudge needs
I
some
think
work.
we can all agree.
So,
Well, we're about to go in. So what are your final thoughts for Calgary's lanes?
I don't think you still even want to put Viper mid. I don't think it goes well, but
Huskar versus Viper? You still give that one to Huskar?
I think it's Faces Void off lane, Viper safe, mid dragon. I actually don't know. Like one of their lanes is gonna get absolutely destroyed no matter what they do. So I don't know which hero they're planning on sacrificing. I think that's gonna come up to who they think is, better playing from behind.
Now, Storm Soldat's actually on support here. Well, we'll go over it when we introduce the players. He was formerly an offlane player, banished, due to his odd drafts. Where
Probably
he would pick
rightfully
his
so,
opponent
let's be
random
honest.
Everyone else. Well, let's get the. I'm sure this will be an action-packed game, so let's get the introductions out of the way.
Yeah,
right
I'll start with Rutgers, the one and only. We got Law on Tusk, mid lane. Lagcraft playing the Huskar, top lane. Jahan, or Jahan, is it Jahan? We're gonna go with Jahan, and I'm sure it'll be
Johan.
correct. Johan, please correct me if wrong. Lefty on Underlord, and we've got Storm Soldat, or Storm Soldier, depending on who you ask, playing the Wyvern.
All right, on the Dinos, we have Lucy DH. I really hope that's how it goes. On Clockwork, Dragon Knight is my man Conrad Truckwaffle. What's up, 6th grade? Faceless Void being played by Schrodinger. Viper is being picked up by Branks. And Asian Wolf on the two-headed dragon.
The THD. Some people don't know what that means.
Yeah, twin-headed Dagon. For anyone here.
Yes, that's where the item Dagon came from, actually.
There was a misspelling of Jakiro. Well, 3 heroes are showing top on Rutgers with a safe lane solo. This has actually been popular in competitive play, bringing back the tri-lane. I actually really hope tri-lanes come back. I love tri-lanes.
I think we're seeing more and more just because of the change in popularity of the heroes. Last patch, we started seeing more and more tri-lanes that favored kind of these, I don't know, power, like hyper carries, really. This time, it's a little bit different. We have some stronger offlaners that if you try like dual lane them, they can actually just beat you.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just forced, like, all right, we're just going to tri-lane this.
Bring all 3.
Wow, all right, top lane. This is pretty funny.
Already an action-packed lane. We have Schrodinger taking quite a bit of damage from the Arctic Burn of Winter Wyvern. He's going to time walk some of it off, but he still has at about 3 or 3/4 health. Johan is sitting lane. He wants to get that sweet XP, not taking part in the fights. Clockwork versus Tusk. Both of these heroes are brawlers, although I'd have to give it to Clockwork while Battery Assault's up. I don't think many heroes can go toe-to-toe with Clockwork when he's Battery Assaulting.
Yeah.
Assaulting in a battery style.
So one thing that is a kind of byproduct of running these tri-lanes, right? If one team decides to do it, the other one kind of has to respond. So
Clockwork's taking a lot of damage from Tag Team. He has a Winter Wyvern there adding to the damage. Tag Team is a good spell for Tusk, but it's an even better spell when you have a ranged hero there to support and pretty much double the damage.
Agreed.
Poor Clockwork went Cogs level 1, and he's just taking damage and feeding gold. Could you argue that Battery Assault would be the better level 1 spell?
I think most times it is against especially the kind of fragile cores.
Dude, they hate this Clockwork. They're just going to take his Cogs now. Oh no.
Yeah. But I think he planned on going Cogs bot lane to just kind of mana burn the Underlord and then just had to come top, and now he's just upset that he's here. I don't think this is what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he's just running around taunting, trying to be part of the lane. What do you think about the mid lane and the bottom lane, Ricky?
So that's what I was getting at, is the byproduct of this tri-lane forced by Rutgers is you now have a 1v1 between Dragon Knight and Underlord. And you want to just take a guess at who probably wins this lane?
I want to say that it's my boy Truckwaffle, straight out of my high school. I taught him everything he knows, years and years in the training. I've never seen him miss a CS or lose a lane.
That is
Am I
true.
right?
I believe you. No, the Underlord is... He thrives in 1v1 matchups. It's like it's like the best thing you can ever ask for. So depending on how he builds this game, he looks like he's just going double bracer for some reason. I'd like to see him maybe go a more aggressive build, but
like is a Soul Ring an aggressive item for him to keep him casting spells, or do you want?
I think you just go Mana Boots. I think you just go Mana Boots into like Vanguard, Guardian Greed, or Vanguard.
Oh, actually, Tusk gets caught out in the Cogs. That's what we've been waiting for from our boy Clockwork. But after the Cogs go down, not a lot of ability for Calgary to chase, and an Arctic Burn is going to dish out a lot of damage on multiple heroes. Storm Soldat loves that. To hit multiple heroes every Arctic Burn cast.
Yeah, it's pretty value.
So you think he just goes Mana Boots and pushes the lane in and deals with
Yeah, I think you go Mana Boots to just accelerate your farm with Firestorm, and then you just go straight into a Crimson Guard, or a Vlad's maybe if you want it. Like, if he wants to, he can just go Vlad, skip the Mana Boots, go Crimson Guard, and then go from there. But I think Mana Boots.
Hero gets gone on Snowball into Tag Team now. Once again, the Cogs proving their worth. Breaking up the fight, however, feeding some gold to my man Storm Soldat. That guy's always got his eye on money.
Yeah, he's like, I use Arctic Burn to farm Cogs, not hit heroes, guys. Come on.
Seriously.
Mid lane's actually kind of even. Almost dead even exactly on farm. So Viper.
Well done by our Viper player.
Yeah, last pick into the Huskar. Definitely like we said, it's a much better matchup than Dragon Knight, so I don't think he's too upset about it. He's taking a lot of harass here, though. This top lane is just, like, constant trading, but it's super favoring the PL if you look at CS.
Yeah, well, I think Clockwork, once Clockwork gets level 2, this lane will change, because Cogs can't really set up for a kill, but with Cogs and Battery Assault, we might be able to see a bit more. Looks like we're maybe going to have a fight here. Some spells being cast by Calgary. They're hitting the Tusk, they're hitting the Winter Wyvern, but in the meantime, Johan is farming up on Phantom Lancer.
Clockwork's
Here we
in
go.
trouble here.
All right. Clockwork's getting gone on. Snowball is going to bring Tusk into the Cogs. He's going to get mana burned if he wants to run out there. He does get mana burned. They really want this first blood, but on the backside, Winter Wyvern might go down. One more auto attack. He's ticking down to the Liquid Fire. Asian Wolf, can he get in range? He goes for the Dual Breath. It hits on Storm Soul Death, but only a slow. And Viper actually
comes in and takes it.
shows
Sneaky
it
little
now.
guy.
There's still a
Look at
pursuit
Clockwork.
on Clockwork. He can use a mango into Cog. No, he's just going to drop down. Okay. One thing that we didn't point out was the passive break from Viper onto Huskar.
Yeah.
Very important. Also, it's going to hurt the Underlord and the Phantom Lancer as well.
Is Tusk here in trouble? Nah, he's just pulling the waves here,
wild.
being a sneaky
There's
boy.
a double dual breath. A dual double breath, if you will. However, speaking of the dual double breath, we're going to see an Arctic Breath coming from Winter Wyvern, followed up by Snowball from Tusk. Doesn't actually get him inside the Cogs, but it doesn't matter because as soon as Clockwork leaves, he gets taken out. Now,
This is a rough time for Clockwork. He is level 1 at 5 minutes.
Dire's bottom tower is under
and Rutgers actually just picked up 3 times the amount of runes as Clockwork's level.
That's a yikes. Storm sold that. He's playing with fire here, literally. You like that?
I like that. Now,
I'm sure,
other 2 lanes, is anything going on?
I think
It just
mid
seems
is
like this
kind of
is
just
the-
trading. Yeah.
This game takes place on the top, not quadrant, the top third of this map.
Yeah. I mean, Underlord is going to just snowball this bottom lane. He should pretty
he is
easily. He should.
rushing CS.
Yeah. Well, I just watched him miss one. Good job, Lefty.
So what are we looking at? Faceless Void 20 and 7, Phantom Lancer 26 and 11. Definitely going in Phantom Lancer's favor. In a one-on-one, can Phantom Lancer take down a Faceless Void? I guess he has to burn his mana if he wants a chance.
Yeah, the defusal is the big part of that. And to be honest, Faceless Void, having as much CS as he has is pretty surprising considering how bad the lane seems to be going. So I mean, props to Schrodinger here. He's played this really well.
We actually have a kill mid, a gank from Tusk and from Winter Wyvern.
That's a DD Tusk too. He almost kills both of them, the Viper. So that's pretty good.
Now, Faceless Void under a bit of pressure by a solo Phantom Lancer. Well, Faceless Void has 2 boys in his lane. There we go, level 2 on clock. I want to see some battery. I want to see some assault. It looks like we're going to see the double damage Tusk. He only has half health, but he's going to roll up. He's on Asian Wolf. He breaks the clarity.
Here.
But there's the battery assault. That's what we've been looking for. Asian Wolf gets slowed. It's a real cluster of damage going out. A dual breath is going to hit on everyone before Jakiro falls down. They're going to trade that for the Tusk, who's then traded for the Faceless Void. 2 for 1 in the favor of Rutgers.
Yeah, Schrodinger going down there is really unfortunate. He was in the time walk animation, and one last click from Johan there on the PL just secures that kill. Chuck Waffle bottom, just trying to survive, really.
Please, tower goes down. Poor guy.
tower.
I mean, this is what happens against Underlord, right? That 5-minute catapult has been alive for over 2 minutes in lane here, just clicking the tower, and your tower is now gone. And this is something you will have to deal with, and you will have to respond to at some point if you're Calgary here. And oh my gosh, he's getting the Vanguard. It's like him and I are on the same wavelength.
Stream Sniper?
What? He's listening, I'm pretty sure.
Huskar's rotated top, and they're going to try and push the T1 tower top from Calgary. This is going to leave Viper mid. But Tusk is going to rotate to try and slow down the push and collect some XP, while Huskar and PL and Winter Wyvern push top. Level 6 on Huskar, level 5 on PL. Poor little Winter Wyvern, our boy Storm Soul, that's level 3. All he needs to be there, though, to offer a fantastic moral support for his team.
Yeah, this is a rough lane for Schrodinger right now. You can't time walk, really, this damage from Huskar, and level 4 Burning Spears now is going to make that even more difficult, so...
And the Huskar doesn't even care about the tower anymore. Now he's the Space Trader. Asian Wolf in danger. There is the break from Huskar. Gonna get Winter Wyvern is gonna hit him with the Cold Embrace, and we're gonna see Asian Wolf fall. Now once again, the cogs from Clockwork, his staple move this game, buys him a little bit of time as he gets away. However, his tower falls as from behind the Rutgers charge. Teleport mid here from Huskar. He does have light break up. He's at a very nice amount of health. We're going to see Tusk. Looks like they want to go. There's an arcane rune. Ice shards. They hit, but they don't really hold Viper down.
That is a lucky break there for Branks on the Viper.
Branks.
I think that's how. I think that's if I asked him
That's
how
how
he'd
we
like his
typed
name
it.
to be
Branks.
pronounced, that's how he would like it to be.
My name's Branks. There we go. We're going to see a
Clockwork,
very
get to the
frosty
shrine.
gang top lane. A snowball, Arctic burn, but a dual breath's going to heat Clockwork back up. However, he falls, surrounded by cogs and getting healed by a shrine. It's not enough to stop the assault from Rutgers. They're going to go right back to the top lane and try and slow down Faceless Void, who still does not have his Chronosphere.
Level 5, and if you look now, this PL's gotten quite a bit farther ahead in experience. One thing that wasn't too bad for them was the experience initially in this lane. He was at least staying with PL, but now he's behind in experience, and he's way behind in farm. 4,700 net worth on the PL to the 2,700 of the Void. So that is not what you want to see, and look where
Light
the
break,
Underlord
here we
is.
go on the tower, about to commit 4 heroes. Top for the Calgary Dinos. There's still no Chronosphere. Snowball's going to come out. It's going to slow Schrodinger down, but now Law's in trouble. Law eats the Viper Strike. This might be what Lakecraft needs to turn around. A Cold Embrace is going to keep Tusk alive a little bit longer, buying some time, but surrounded by the Calgary Dinos, he is massacred.
That's a great play by Law there. He just doesn't want his Huskar to die, and if you're only dying on the Tusk there in that rotation, that's actually pretty good for Rutgers.
I want to point out that Truck Waffle, my man, makes a very sick play. He's going behind the tower to cut creeps. He knows both heroes are just farming back to back. Why not just make sure he's getting all the CS? However, in the meantime, Underlord collects both bounty runes, and now he's been collected by Tusk in a snowman. They're in pursuit of Truck Waffle's Dragonite. They get him with the Ice Shards. They're going to hold him in the tag team with the Pit of Malice. There is no Walrus Punch, no Snowball. Truck Waffle breaks his TP, I guess. Does Pit of Malice break
Pit of
teleport?
Malice breaks it now, because it's a root.
Uh-oh. Well, we have 3 seconds on Snowball. Is Law going to get the last hit, or is Underlord going to get the last hit? That's the only question I have left. Firestorm.
I would guess Underlord, yep.
Good. That's a very good guess, Ricky.
Yep. Right in time, too, you know?
Yep. You should look into betting with that strategy.
Yeah. I'm sure that's...
You could probably get some... You could probably win some money on the Super Bowl coming up yesterday.
Yeah, that was... Boy, let's not even.
Yeah, we don't bring traditional sports into our esports stream.
So this is looking pretty grim here for Calgary. We're already a 6,000 gold lead for Rutgers, and that's not going to be slowing down here anytime soon. I don't see an answer for this Underlord. He's already got his Vanguard. He's going Vlad's, and Phantom Lancer is going to be getting that Diffusal here very soon, and that is going to cause a lot of problems for this Faceless Void.
We might not even be able to see a Chronosphere. Now, Schrodinger has picked it up, hitting level 6, but if he has his mana burned, it costs almost 50% of his entire mana bar.
Yeah. With few PL illusions, that goes down real fast.
Now, a 6k lead at just about 12 minutes here for Rutgers. They are looking good. These guys have been battle-hardened from a group of death. We're going to see the Pit of Malice come out. Dragon Knight hates the spell, so he immediately runs away with an Earn Charge on him. Clockwork shows up and throws out his level 2 battery assault, but the poor guy's only level 5.
Oh, he's dancing on the haters right now, so I respect it.
That has been, honestly, his best ability all game has been Clockwork Taunt. He has had some pretty slick cogs. Now Dragon Knight does not want to leave the lane, however, he can't really stay. It just is not, it doesn't feel good for him. He doesn't really get a game, so to speak. Tusk is going in, there's an Ice Shards. Is he going to get the tag team Walrus Punch? No, actually, he's not. And we'll just walk away. And
this is interesting. Yeah, the only hero that can really deal with Underlord probably is Viper, and
King comes out on Dragonite. Here's the Snowball. They're going to go under tower. It's going to connect. There's the Pit of Malice. There's the Walrus Punch. He's standing on the Firestorm. He goes for the stun on Tusk. Just barely gets hit by a second Pit of Malice. Looks like Truck Waffle will go down. Clockwork is unable to help out because of the Pit of Malice placement. He has to walk around, taking an improper path. Asian Wolf misses the ice path, but it wouldn't have mattered regardless. However, Storm Soldat, a flapper chasing a flapper, double flapper pursuit, but he flaps over the trees.
Incoming third flapper, and they decide to turn around. That was a really good. I don't want to say
top lane. Schrodinger's losing his life, and he's losing his mana. The wand charge is healing him back up. He has time walk in 1 second. He's gonna drop it down. He's gonna TP out. Okay. However, this leaves Jahan to farm the top lane unhindered.
Yeah, this is scary. I don't know what I don't know what you do if you're Calgary in this situation. There's not really answers to any 3 of those heroes. I think to kill the PL, you need to land a chrono with a full duration macro pyre, and even then, you're gonna need some other follow-up damage because Void doesn't do enough yet. So.
Speaking of macro pyre, poor Clockwork and Jakiro are both level 5.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna see it. So here we go. The initiation from a snowball walrus punch and use Tusk is gonna catch all spells and back right out. That's 1 kill for Rutgers. Rutgers is in pursuit. Truck Waffle is under fire from the Huskar, but he makes it away, and we're gonna see a Chronosphere trying to turn on top of the shrine. However, this is just setting up for Laycraft as he throws burning spears at the enemies. Now this whole time Schrodinger has been hitting Rutgers, but you wouldn't be able to tell since none of them are taking any damage. Rutgers is just A-clicking through Calgary. Not very many of them are. They're all on the run, actually. At this point, there is a teleport in by poor Clockwork on the back line. He runs at them for about half a second and realizes, oh god, what am I doing? Get me out of here, the ice charge. No, he uses his cogs. Oh no, he's in the ring with Huskar. I don't know if he can take this one-on-one. Yeah, just narrowly goes to Huskar after all that. 5 players from Calgary down and 5 players from Rutgers have a smile on their face as they assault the tier 2 top.
Well, Rutgers should get this tier 2 tower. I'd like to see them just honestly pressure high ground at this point. You have an Underlord that really can't be stopped on the front line, and there's no way they're going to be getting onto Huskar either. So this should...
No Dragon Form, no Chronosphere, everything but Underlord ult is up for this push on the... Oh no, Huskar jumps right in and followed up by Snowball, Pit of Malice. Now the Ice Path does slow them down a little bit, but not enough. We're going to see Jakiro drop. Next up is a... Oh no, Faceless Void, he's on your team. Faceless starts beating up Clockwork. Why didn't you level Battery Salt to level 1? Oh my god. And Faceless Void is punished for being toxic. Now on the back line, Johan is trying to make it out. We have a great Viper Nether Toxin inside of the cogs. That's the synergy I like to see. However, Viper loses his life, and it looks like Clockwork is about to too. He has no mana, he has no health, and he has no hope. He gets chased down into the jungle and dropped. Both the supports from Rutgers have been taken out, and a great play by Truck Waffle, breathing fire to finish off a 3rd player on the back line.
Okay, and that was a real greedy play there.
Rutgers, money in their eyes.
Blackcraft decides not to take the taxi home and pays for it with his life. That was interesting.
Calgary is back on the map, baby.
I will say, one thing I didn't notice until now, Nether Toxin is max level. He went 1 point in the poison attack and instead put all 4 in Nether Toxin, which is 100% the play this game. It is so good.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice that until just now. So really, really well done by Viper here. And it actually helped turn that fight and win them the high ground defense. So
I think now Calgary they've been planning for this, as you pointed out, and they understand now they got to use the cogs and they got to use the Chronosphere to combo with the Nether Toxin. And we saw it, that fight, not the Chronosphere, but the cogs, extremely effective.
Yeah. Also,
Viper's got to play with one of his boys, someone who can lock someone down.
Breaking Atrophy Aura and breaking the Huskar passive is a lot of damage that you're offering to your team without even like doing damage, right? You're essentially breaking the damage reduction aura and you're reducing the magic resistance.
Here we go. There's the Battery Salt. The cogs miss. We're going to see a great stun by Truck Waffle. Tusk is on the Nether Toxin. Winter Wyvern is trying to heal him up, but Truck Waffle takes him out the fire. Viper is mad that Dragonite took his kill, so Viper's going to start doing some team damage. Huskar's break actually dodges the Ice Path, and the Macro Pyre with the Chronosphere does a lot of damage, but not enough to finish off your hand. Viper's going to see if he can finish the job on the back line. We're going to see Schrodinger. Schrodinger dies. Huskar is trying to get a kill. He's in the middle of everyone. He dies once again. 3 players down on Huskar. Storm Soldat. They have their eye on the real prize here. A Pit of Malice is going to slow down his pursuers. Storm Soldat throws the Arctic Burnout. He wants to turn here. Asian Wolf blocks them off with an Ice Path, and we're going to see Clockwork die. Maybe take out on the back line. No, Clockwork barely makes it away. A calculated player. That's what you get for being a robot. You can make those sort of plays.
Yeah, that is a 200 IQ robot right there, you know? Knows exactly when to back out of fights. They shrine up Storm Soldat. They have vision of him here. Do they want to make a play? It'll be interesting. Goes for the D ward. Not knowing they're right there.
There is the hook shot. Storm Soldat, what are you doing? He gets iced, and he is... I mean, he got iced.
Yeah, that's what I would call it.
I was looking at the fight recap before that. It was very much in Calgary's favor. It was about negative 250 for Rutgers, about plus 1500 for Calgary. And after Storm Soldat goes down, it was an extra about, how much was that? Extra 222 gold for Calgary and minus 1 nerd for Rutgers.
Ah, the classic minus 1 nerd. That's the best part.
Yeah. It's just the advanced fight recap.
Viper is doing so much work in these fights. Like, I don't think Rutgers
He's
knows
Nether
he
Toxin.
maxed Nether Toxin, right? So they're fighting inside of that each time, and it's pretty intense. It's pretty insane what
But
they're
does
getting out of it.
Calgary know that Rutgers is going for Roshan?
Absolutely.
By the way,
not.
I love what Roshan looks like with Burning Spears, where he gets like the bloody markings. I think it
Yeah.
looks so badass. Well, they're taking Roshan. I think Calgary is clueless to this objective.
Yeah.
Calgary's just happy to be able to get near the river. They haven't been able to make it. There's a snowball and a PL chasing down Asian Wolf Sekiro. They're gonna walrus punch him, and he's unable to even cast the frost path, the ice path. But the Centaur Conqueror sees what Sekiro's trying to do and throws out the War Stomp afterwards.
Trying to save his fellow dinosaur.
This is what should have happened.
Yeah.
And then he gets farmed.
Law playing the BM lane here, throwing little inflatable pigs down the lane. Now he's gonna play some soccer.
I love this battle pass is I think Valve has figured out what they want to do with Dota Plus and making with their small microtransactions, and I'm so happy. This is so much better than loot boxes or any other dumb stuff. Alright, so we're gonna see a snowball on Clockwork. He has hookshot ready. I don't think he's gonna get anything out the tag team, and he is tag teamed under tag team. Now, Rutgers is feeling good. They want to resume their assault top, which they did a small amount of damage to the tier 3 tower. Clockwork buys back as he still is holding on to hookshot. We're going to see how they initiate this fight. Laycraft is playing very aggressive. He wants to be the one initiated on. There's a great chronosphere by Schrodinger. We're going to see a dragon toss another toxin, another dragon toss a fireball. We're going to see an ice path come out. Everyone on Calgary is on the assault. Rutgers is getting pushed back. A fantastic time walk actually heals Schrodinger from 0 to full just about. The Aegis has been expired. Now is Calgary extending, leaving their base. Schrodinger goes in, but he doesn't have Time Walk and he doesn't have Chronosphere. He sets up for an Ice Path, but at the cost of his life, he's going to trade Tusk and PL for that. Now, Huskar is the one under fire. A great disarm coming up from him. He might be able to get this TP away in front of the entire team. No, he's taking out this great battery assault. Spell we
And the
wanted to
Ice
see
Path
level 1.
catches
Now
Storm.
Storm sold out. The Firebird, or the Frostbird is on fire, being chased by triple Flapper beatdown.
So this was a Aegis Rutgers team on Huskar, and they managed to lose all 5 and only kill the Void.
Classic Rutgers.
Actually, I lied. They got a buyback on the Clockwork because he died at the very beginning of the fight, but that's a 3,000 gold swing.
Looking good for Calgary. They're bringing it back. The laning phase wasn't their time to shine, but defending their base, that's what they know how to do.
I think they need to finish the BKB on Huskar and try and take their objectives with that. That's going to be a big timing window for them. Because right now there's a lot of magic damage coming out from Calgary, and it's going to be really difficult to siege that high ground without it. Let's take a look at the
agree.
graphs here.
The BKB is gonna make Huskar the kind of unkillable raid boss that he wants to be.
From what was once a 12,000 gold lead has dwindled to, it was at 4,000. We'll see that in just a moment. And then the experience lead is actually in favor of Calgary. 7,500 down to 2,500 in favor of Calgary. So that's
Wow, what a
quite the
swing.
shift, actually.
They're looking good for Calgary. Rutgers pushes leaves something to be desired, but I do agree when Rutgers picks up some items, they might be able to use this net worth advantage. Maybe throw the net worth advantage into a couple objectives. In the meantime, though, this is time for Calgary to actually get some farm. You can even see my man Truck Waffles cross the river and is farming on the enemy side of the map.
What?
We have not seen this since the laning phase.
One thing I really do like is Calgary's itemization. They opted for 2 Maelstroms, so they know that right now they need early game items that can pump out damage, but also help them farm. So Maelstrom's really good in this respect, especially when you have that Nether Toxin to amp that magic damage coming out from your team.
The Nether Toxin is the MVP spell this game, it seems. Although it does need to be comboed with Cogs or Chronosphere. Speaking of Chronosphere, Faceless Void is caught out. He's Walrus Punch, he's Pit of Malice. He is being flapped on, he's being beat down, he's being chopped up. Underlord is going to claim the kill, and without blinking, at full HP, Underlord is going to continue pushing down top lane. This will be their 3rd attempt to get the tier 3 tower top that is not even at half health, should they choose it.
Yeah, the Underlord has a pipe coming out here in just a moment. I would like to see him finish his Guardian Greaves. Is it pipe that I saw? What was it? I think he's itemizing for pipe, right? Yeah, I'd like to see him finish his Guardian Greaves, but we'll see. I like the mech. He pretty much went the exact build I was expecting.
Nice.
But yeah, overall, pretty close. Truck Waffle finishes his halberd, actually. That's really good.
Nice. Very quick. I know he's farming an ancient stack. What do you think he wants to go for next? Does he think a BKB is very useful this game? Or
I don't
does
think
he
so.
not need one?
Yeah, I don't think you really need the BKB. I think you really just need to man up and fight, tank through this Phantom Lancer's damage.
Maybe a Mjolnir?
Yeah, you could finish the Mjolnir. You could also go like a Blink Dagger, honestly, for the catch.
That could work. I like it.
Or you just get a Radiance, to be honest. Radiance is, I think, really good.
Radiance as well, because it also offers the teamfight utility of the blind.
Yeah.
Well, also a Maelstrom picked up on Viper. And
Yep.
Viper's actually queuing up the Mjolnir. So with the little time they have, Dinos are itemizing to get as much farm out of the map as they can. Gotta respect that. They're playing on their side of the map. Rutgers has simmered down a bit. They're playing on their side of the map as well. It looks like they want to get their next item progression here.
It looks like Rutgers maybe realized that they were kind of throwing the game here a little bit. They had quite a lead, and they're like, whoa, what happened here, guys? Like,
Yeah, what's going on?
So they like you said, they're slowing down. They finished the BKB on Huskar. He's got his Holy Locket. He's getting more prepared to fight. Phantom Lancer here, tanking up a little bit. Finished his Manta and needs a BKB of his own, I think. So
Yeah, Huskar... Holy Locket. Is this a thing? Is this a thing, Ricky?
that's new to me. It's actually pretty good with when he's low HP with Berserker's Blood, if you think about it. But
Gets insane regen.
Yeah.
Also offers magic resistance. Very cool. I like the idea of Holy Locket. I haven't picked it up much. One game I did do a Spirit Vessel Mechanism Holy Locket Tusk game. We won, but I don't know if I can say it was because of my item build.
I would say 100% because your item build.
I would say every game I play, we win because of me, and every game I play, I lose because of my teammates.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you. Thanks for understanding the struggle, Ricky.
I understand. Well,
Take a look at the top T2. Is this something we're used to seeing? Calgary not only has crossed the river, but they're assaulting a tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rutgers pushing bot gets their tier 2, but they just lost a tier 1 top, and they're about to lose their tier 2 as well. So this is not the best trade if you're Rutgers. That's a Mjolnir going to be finished up on the Viper here just in time for this fight if he wants to buy it. Probably just going to save for buyback instead, though. Yeah, 20 gold surplus. Probably doesn't want to die right now without that.
Oh, and there is a hook shot. Huskar is the target that Calgary wants. Huskar is now trapped in the cogs on the Nether Toxin. Viper striked up, but we're going to see the Winner's Curse come out. Faceless Void is beating down his boy Viper. Tusk goes in, but on the backside, Clockwork has fallen. There's the Chronosphere we're waiting for. Catches on 3. Viper drops the Nether Toxin. They want to get the PL. They don't have the damage to do it, so it looks like they're going to switch to Tusk, who's a little bit out of position. Schrodinger on Faceless Void has to back up. He doesn't have Time Walk. No, he just barely gets the Time Walk. He seems to run away. He might still drop. Truck Waffle is very deep on the back line, dealing with the Huskar by himself. It looks like his teammates notice what's going on, and they want to back him up. Faceless Void and Clockwork have died, and in the mix of it all, Tusk fallen. So far, 3 heroes down, and a defense by Calgary. Once again, the third time they've managed to defend their tier 3s. Rutgers is going to back up and reassess.
Yeah, the Truck Waffle went super deep in that fight and just sat on the back end 1v1ing Huskar, basically. So he wasn't able to get on the high ground and do the damage, especially after he took a lot of damage right away. So he had to pretty much back out of the fight, was kind of a non-factor, and then it was really just PL and the rest of the team doing the damage up front. But yeah, overall, good defense from Calgary. They didn't lose a whole lot. I'd say it does favor Rutgers because they did use Chrono, Macropyre, right? They blew all their spells, and they only lost 1, so...
I want to point out the Dragon Knight actually queued up the Mjolnir, and so did the Viper, so they're just trying to get... I like that because the Chrono hit on 3, but Calgary was unable to do much with it, and I think that's really going to help them out. 2 Mjolnirs team, and it's also going to help deal with the PL.
Yeah, the PL illusions do not deal with Mjolnir well. You just hit up, like, whoever PL decides to attack, you just throw the static buff on them, and then suddenly illusions start disappearing, and you also do a lot of damage in the team fight.
I like it. Level 2 Macropyre. So looking good for Jakiro. I think if we can continue to see great Chronospheres coming out from Faceless Void, Calgary has a chance because the combos with the Chronosphere are just getting stronger and stronger for the Dinos. However, could that fight have gone better for Rutgers? Did they maybe mess something up?
Huskar didn't BKB immediately after getting hookshotted. I think that was the issue. If they wanted that fight to go well, as soon as that hookshot is over, he should be popping his BKB, turning and fighting. And instead, he got kind of stunned up from the DK, or was it DK? He got ice pathed as well.
Yeah, he just got hit by everything.
Yeah, so he lost like over almost 2/3 of his health at the beginning of the fight, and then Huskar can't really fight with that. So
yeah, so if Huskar can get into the fight in BKB right away, it's a 9-second BKB. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Calgary. They need to get him in the Chronosphere.
yeah,
The only way they're going to deal with that.
it's been a good game so far. Actually, I like Calgary's hold.
I love it.
Yeah, it looked like this game was looking real short, and Calgary managed to kind of hold off this onslaught of Rutgers, and they're actually in a position where they could win this game. It's definitely possible. I think they have like right itemization for it, and shout out to the cores of Calgary for doing so.
Fantastic job, my man Truck Waffle. He hated being in a lane that went nowhere, but you unleash him on the enemy team, and he's looking good. Mjolnir is purchasable right now by Dragonite, but obviously he wants to hold on to Buyback. Buyback doesn't feel super good though, because he's just like Sven. Dragonite is a hero that wants.
Oh, he got it and has Buyback now.
There we go. They haven't flown it out now. Rutgers saw that. Yeah, Rutgers saw that smoke into Roshan. Oh no. Rutgers knows exactly what's going on, the opposite of what happened when they were doing Roshan. Calgary was clueless.
Let's see if they see the action here from Rutgers. They're going to see the tusk
Calgary's doing quite a bit of damage. They know. They gotta know. You have to know.
I don't think they expect them to be in Roche. I think they were looking for a wraparound, but they smoke up of their own.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're going to see their wraparound. Is Storm Soldat going to scout this out? They find a courier. They find Roshan drops. There's a Winter's Curse. We're going to see a beatdown on Jakiro. Storm Soldat snatches the Aegis of the Immortal, and then we're going to see the Rutgers initiation. The Chronosphere hits on the side. It's going to hold. It's going to hold Dragonite down. He gets taken out, followed up by Clockwork. No one on Calgary is in a good position. They're completely surrounded by Rutgers, and Storm Soldat is holding the Aegis. He is soaring over the haters right now, looking for the last flappers alive on Calgary to finish them off.
That did not go well for Calgary. That was not what you wanted. Yeah, I mean, you have a team that's pretty good at fighting around Roche, and I think as soon as you get that, there's not a whole lot you can, like, man... You used Chrono for that too, so
I wanna shout out to Storm Soldat for the great heads up play. Now the first thing, actually, let's talk about this push right now. The Nether Toxin comes out, they want to defend. Huskar's diving under tier 3 towers. He gets Viper Striked up. The Jakiro's probably gonna die to Burning Spears. However, Laycraft is looking low. He eats the cheese and he's gonna pursue the team. Now Winter Wyvern has spent the Aegis beside the tier 4 towers, but Viper has fallen without buyback from the Underlord, who is pushing in. Underlord retreats back to the tower with his 278 Atrophy Aura damage. Fortification is used, and Calgary Dinos want to mount a defense with 4 heroes against all 5 players on Rutgers. Tusk bought back and has now joined with the fight. Macro Pyres use fantastic Macro Pyres. Going to eliminate all these creeps. Actually, the pipe is going to buy them some time and break the backdoor protection. Pit of Malice on 2. Huskar jumps in, and we see a deleted Jakiro. Next up is Dragonite, who does not have his ult, does not have buyback, does not have mana. All he has is the hope that Clockwork can pull something crazy here. He uses cogs, but it's not going to be enough. Rutgers is playing as a unit right now, a death ball. Anyone that goes near that gets eliminated, and right now it's anyone or anything, as the tier 3 tower is the next target and the first lane of racks. I think this game may be over without buybacks, so I do want to go back to what I was saying earlier. Storm Soldat, first he calls for his team to wait for the smoke down at the bottom shrine, Rutgers bottom shrine. They realize nothing's going on, so they smoke up into the jungle. They realize nothing's going on there. There's only one place that Calgary can be, and Storm Soldat immediately soars across above over into the river. He drops the Winter's Curse, not only slowing down the Faceless Void, but CCing him, and then he flies right in, and it's dinner time. He goes into Calgary's kitchen and takes the Aegis off their plate and eats it right in front of them.
Ooh,
but it looks like the game might not be over yet. Storm Soldat gets taken out. Punishment for stealing the Aegis. Faceless Void steals his wife, his life, and his girlfriend.
His wife?
However, his wife, his life, and his girlfriend. However, the Ancient falls, and that is game 1 going to Rutgers. They have to be feeling good about this because they are one step closer to making playoffs, where their big brothers, SBU and RIT, are waiting to give them a good old noogie.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. That high ground defense becomes near impossible as soon as they've used Chrono at the Roche pit there, and then they lose Aegis as well to Storm Soldat. So if maybe Void picked up the Aegis, survives, and gets back and doesn't use Chrono, you might see a formidable high ground defense from Calgary there, but there's too much expended, and that was what was holding them in the game, was their ability to defend high ground. So
yeah, they did a fantastic job defending high ground too.
Yeah, they did. They really did. Rutgers almost threw the game in multiple different scenarios, which is, pretty classic of the team. That's what we like to see. But Calgary not out yet. We got game number 2 coming up here in just a moment.
I want to see a
what do
stronger
you gotta
laning
say?
phase for Calgary.
Okay.
They played very well in the mid game, but they were playing from behind the entire time. I want to see a less throw. Actually, no, I don't. I want to see the same amount of throw from Rutgers. I'm not gonna lie, Ricky. That was entertaining.
It was
as
fun to
hell.
watch. Rutgers is always an entertaining team. Let's be honest.
Definitely. They are a team, is what I would like to really emphasize this. And I say this with a lot of the higher skilled players, is it's not 5 individuals, it's a team. And we can see that with how Rutgers played. Very disciplined with their rotations. The early rotation, Huskar is going to follow Faceless Void around the map. He's going to take his towers. But as Huskar leaves mid lane, they send Tusk to get that XP. These are very smart calls. They're making sure that XP is not getting lost anywhere around the map. When they push, even though 3 pushes in a row were repelled, they pushed as a team, and they pushed after taking a pick or setting up site. Rutgers knows what they're doing. I think maybe they're getting a little ahead of themselves, but I like their style of play.
Yeah.
Once again, though, the biggest thing is I want a laning phase from Calgary. I think if we want to see a 3-game series, we need to see Calgary in the laning phase. And I want to see my boy Truck Waffle prior to 15 minutes. It almost felt like he wasn't part of the game until the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, you and me both, honestly. The thing I'm really looking for is Calgary to have a little bit more of a cohesive draft. I think they had cohesion in the fact that they had great team fight, but their lanes were super lacking. So I'd really like to see them put something together here in the laning phase, but not something super uncomfortable for them. So we'll see what they go up with here in game number 2. And we'll be back in just a few moments. Stick with us here on CSL.
See you guys soon.
This world is cold, couple thousand hands and we good to go. Always cash.
The next 2 records are both exclusives. And I've snuck a couple extras in here that I didn't tell John about. Super edgy, I know.
Can't find myself. I can't find myself. Can't find myself. Can't find myself. I can't find myself. I can't find myself.
What's up, everyone? We are back. Game number 2 here between Rutgers University and University of Calgary. The Dinos versus the Bus Drivers. Carlton, how are we feeling after game number 1?
Rutgers taking that bus all the way to 2-0, or is the University of Carlow going to bring it back? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see 3 games from these boys.
It doesn't look like they're taking that bus on the full route. They're just going straight home.
They're on the express route. They paid that little extra Skrilla.
Wow. I wish I could get a bus pass like that.
Speaking of extra money, Ricky, did you know that we don't have the penny in Canada?
Oh, I know that. I did know that.
Oh yeah, you went to TI.
I went to TI. I've been to Vancouver, and I have some Canadian money of my own.
You got any loonies?
I do have some loonies.
What about toonies?
Probably.
Do you have any doubloons?
I don't think that's a real thing.
Okay, you don't have to insult my country that way. And the Grimstroke, the nasty first pick coming up from the Dinos. Instant, boom, Oracle.
An Oracle?
Stormsoul that does not even want to wait for it. Goes straight for the Oracle. Now, Grimstroke's a pain in the butt to play against Oracle, but the problem is you have an Oracle on your team. So Calgary is probably thinking, oh no, not another Huskar.
Yeah, they've got to think right away, right? Like, okay, Oracle, we need to ban Huskar, we need to ban, oh gosh, I think Lone Druid now is actually really broken with Oracle, so we'll see if they have a Lone Druid player.
Ooh, do you just put the Q from Oracle on the bear and just let it chase someone down, or
no? You you just go melee for them. You just run at people, and if they decide to go on you, you just press the Soul Link on your bear, and you get 1,000 health back every few autos from the bear.
Wild.
It's pretty nuts.
Oh no, Lifestealer too. This is another very popular pick. So two high tier picks from Calgary Dinos. Last time, I know you mentioned they might be going for comfort picks. This time, they're definitely going for the high tier picks.
Yeah, and I actually really like the Lifestealer into the Doom. It's a really pretty unfortunate matchup if you're a Doom player, because he can just rage your Infernal Blade. You have low armor and high health, so it's Lifestealer's dream, to be going against a hero like that. So if Doom wants to survive this lane, he'll probably have to have a pretty solid lane partner, which is not usually a good thing for Doom. He likes to be in those 1v1 matchups.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, we might see the tri-lane sitch again, but yeah, as you mentioned, Lifestealer versus Doom, I think Lifestealer will have a grand old time.
Yeah. So I think you're right. Rutgers probably just going to do an aggro tri-lane and put the Doom safe lane. That's what I would expect to see here with a Doom pick that early, and hopefully Calgary expect it as well, and they may respond with maybe a better
just lane swap.
Yeah.
Lifestealer can fit anywhere. Lifestealer is just a good all-around hero. I'm actually sick of him already, to be honest.
Yeah, he's an obnoxious hero when he's good in the patch.
What's the biggest deal with Lifestealer's resurgence, Ricky?
Probably the movement speed and then the nerf to agility heroes. It's a combination of few things, but 15 movement speed is really good. Okay, there's the Beastmaster. I think it's the first time we've seen it, right? Finally?
We actually I don't even know what his spells do anymore. He's been banned every single game. He did not make it into a single game of the Winter Invitational, banned in the first round almost every single game. And then the one time he made it through, we didn't see him.
This is so good. I'm so excited to see Beastmaster.
I did talk to my boy Xanthos, off-lane extraordinaire, and he said there's not even a point practicing him because he had no expectation of him ever making it through the bans.
Yeah, and he did just get nerfed, but it wasn't a significant margin.
Ooh, my girl. What's she doing here?
So that's
Simmer down, Crystal Maiden, I'm casting.
That's an interesting counter to Beastmaster, right? You can just freeze his boars and then they die, or freeze his hawks and they die. It's not the best counter by any means. I think there's several other heroes that are better against countering Beastmaster, but it's one of them, so it's not bad.
I like Witch Doctor against heroes that use creeps. Oh, Juggernaut.
I think right now Chen is probably the best.
Looking scary, although I think the Doom pick is weak, and that's just completely my personal opinion. I know he's a good hero, he's just not really my style. Our Rutgers is looking real scary with their push right now. So they can group up and just roll over Calgary.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have a lot of threat. If this Doom gets a good lane... 10 seconds. Wait a minute. This is a support Doom.
Wait a minute. Or a support Beastmaster.
There's no way. You can't support... Beastmaster's way too good with farm. So it could be like a mid... One of these heroes could go mid if we don't rule that out, but it might just be a support Doom.
Okay.
China style. I just my brain just realized what was on Rutgers' board real quick. But I was gonna say this Jug Oracle lineup is actually pretty solid. It gives you the root target, so Juggernaut can get a good Blade Fury duration. It also makes Juggernaut very difficult to kill once he has Healing Ward or any target of Oracle's False Promise. Is that what it's called?
That's one of his spells.
I don't remember what his ult's called.
One of his weird spells. I mean, you might be able to name them, but I can't tell you what they all are.
Yeah. Well, whatever his ult is, combined with Healing Ward is very good.
Healing Ward is such a strong spell. I love it. It's just Juggernaut's in like a very stable place, it seems. No matter what you're gonna do, that hero's always gonna be relevant.
Yeah, and he's actually one of the better heroes at dealing with Lifestealer. He's not terrible. He's really high attack speed. He doesn't usually build a ton of stat items, so Lifestealer doesn't get a lot of feast. He has a lot of armor, so and Omni Slash, of course, does well with against Lifestealer because it's not really a good way for him to dodge it unless there's a creep wave for him to jump into.
Now, speaking of the Omni Slash, obviously Ghost Shroud is good against Omni Slash, but I feel like that's not enough. The Necrofoe seems a little out here, a little out there for me.
Yeah, it's an odd pick for me too. It feels slow is the thing for me. I think Necrophos is
very slow.
Yeah, he needs a lot of items, and I'm worried that he's just not going to get them in time, and then Rutgers is just going to be running down a lane with a Beastmaster who has Vlad's like Necro 3, and Doom's got like a set of drums, and Juggernaut's got 2 or 3 items of his own, and I don't know how you stop it.
Yeah, it's the Juggernaut loves the push. He also can farm. The Beastmaster loves the push. He also can farm, but he loves the push way more. And those 2 heroes alone, like, really bring in the death ball, just without even looking at the Doom or the Oracle. Yeah. And I'm still waiting to see how Calgary wants to respond to this death ball. And right now, it seems that Necrophos doesn't offer anything to.
So they actually banned the Viper. I like the ban, but okay. I'm wondering if Calgary. I don't think you want to take the Necro mid. I think you want to put the Necro in the off lane. So yeah, they banned out the TA, so they're still saving their mid laner for sure.
They need a taxi for Lifestealer too.
Yeah.
That's
okay. I'm totally just wrong in every way. Thank you, Calgary.
We do it differently up here, Ricky. Back off.
Oof, Medusa.
I don't like Medusa anymore. I'm over that hero. I think that hero is getting picked because it was good last patch, and it's not getting picked because it's good this patch.
Yeah, she might. It's kind of just like this hero that feels stronger than it really is, type of thing.
Yeah, almost like a comfort pick. But I'm gonna steal the words of Grant, who's working on his 69-hour stream today. The big thing he pointed out is the talent rearrange and how heavily it impacts Medusa.
Oh, it's huge.
At level 20, Medusa used to get 700 mana, which was an insane power spike for Medusa, a hero that was fine to spend the first 20-25 minutes of the game farming. Now Medusa does not get that talent at level 25, where it's 1,000 mana, so it's a humongous power spike, but it's at the level 25 mark. A lot is going to happen before Medusa is level 25. In addition to that, both her level 25 talents are competing. They weren't really competing so much before. You either have to choose 1,000 mana, or do you want your Scotty to go on your split shot? Both of those are really good, but you kind of are. I mean, obviously they're both good, but the 1,000 mana is insane for Medusa. But the biggest point of this argument is that it's not until the 25th level that Medusa seriously becomes that late game beast.
Yeah.
That she was able to achieve at level 20 prior.
I agree with you 100%.
She's just so slow now. Thank you.
It is a major change, and I think IceFrog realized that and made a couple of similar changes. PA being the other one, where they just moved a couple talents around, and suddenly you're like, all right, this is much more balanced, and it forces people to make these critical decisions, like, do I want the damage or do I need the survivability? And so we'll see what they choose to do this game if they get to that level 25.
Asian Wolf with the super manner. The game hadn't even loaded and he's already thrown out the GLHF.
Yeah.
Rutgers is just doing it because Calgary did it first.
Yeah, that seems like a Rutgers move for sure.
It's classic Rutgers, honestly. Just toxic.
Well, I'll go ahead and introduce the side of Calgary here, the nice gentlemen themselves. We've got Bronx, who played the Viper last game on the Necrophos. He's just all about these green heroes that, poison people. We've got Schrodinger on the Lifestealer, the bottom lane truck waffle, playing the Bristleback. Lucy. I'm going to go Lucy.
I like Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy on Grimstroke, and last Asian Wolf, as you mentioned, playing the Crystal Maiden. Do us a favor and introduce the side of Rutgers.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, playing the Oracle. It's the former offlane, former drafter, once again drafter, now put into Ward Biatch position. Diego Storm Soldat playing Oracle.
Ooh, bot lane
Following
engaging
him,
real quick.
we have Medusa being played by Latecraft. Juggernaut is being played by Johan. First Blood is being achieved by Lefty on Beastmaster. And Doom is being played by Law.D.
Yeah, that CM just kind of strolled into the wrong neighborhood here and got attacked by some vicious wolves and a demon. So, not the best place to be if you're just you know,
No.
a floating
CM has a
icicle.
rough time early on. Very slow, very weak. CM even has a shield cosmetic, and that was unable to help her.
Yeah, you think that item would give her a little bit more armor, but unfortunately
Look
not.
at how she's holding the staff. That does not seem like the way anyone would hold that staff. Like, look where it's facing. Like, the bird's just looking at her.
Maybe she really likes the bird.
Maybe the bird really likes her.
I mean,
Is there a poor man's shield cosmetic for anyone?
yes, it actually the brand new cosmetic that just came out for Treant Protector in the winter chest
What?
has the poor man's shield on it, on his chest.
Are you for real?
Dead
That's so
serious.
sick.
I don't think Valve noticed when it got added to the game that it had a poor
love
man's
that.
shield on it.
Oh man, that's so good. I love when there's items, except for like the Drow Mask of Madness, where I'm just like, this is like a Heroes of New Earth build.
Can we just look at mid lane and Lagcraft right now?
Yeah, Laycraft, we were flaming the Necrophos pick, and you're proving us wrong. My boy Branks is absolutely crushing this nerd mid. He's just regenning too.
This is good. I mean, he's 5-0 to the Medusa's 2-1.
Bristleback
Actually,
took a
he
ton
might
of
have
damage
gone a
on
little
him.
too aggressive here. I think he's alright.
One thing I want to talk about, I've coined this phrase, it's called Bristleback Syndrome, formerly Armadon Syndrome from Han.
Yep.
And essentially
I
what
know
it
where
is
you're going
when-
with this.
yeah, we brought it up in the past. I think everyone can relate. Oh, Laycraft's getting low mid. Is when you play a hero at level 1 the same way you play a hero at level 10 or later on in the game. And I almost always see it happen to Bristlebacks where they think that they're unkillable and they're just going to crush everyone with quills at level 1 and they end up just feeding and dying. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but I am saying he's taking a lot of damage. He's actually, there it is again, taking even more damage, getting very low. The Hadouken finishes off.
Him finding
There
the
you
Satyr Tormentor on that hard camp might actually be what wins them this lane.
Dude, the Doom picks in CSL are like, have to be like 100% win rate with 100% Satyr Tormentor at level 1.
It's a pretty good creep to have.
Yeah.
6 regen, or 5.5, I think. It used to be 6, but either way, 5.5 regen for free in your lane is pretty good, especially as an
And
aura.
plus the Devour is the spell that gives the regen now.
Yeah.
Johan top lane, going in on Grimstroke and on Schrodinger. He forces them back with a Furious Blade. Storm Soldat takes out
Snipes him, dude.
Schrodinger. Knows the combo. He hits the button in the right order and he deals the damage. Look at this guy. He's on the scoreboard. Keep an eye out for him. He has RIT and SBU in his sights, but right now he has to get to UFC.
So now Bronx seems to be losing his advantage in the mid lane, and this is kind of what I expected actually in this lane. I don't think you stay in front of Medusa because she'll eventually just get a couple points in Mana Shield, and the extra points in her Mystic Snake is going to make this very difficult.
Yeah, Mystic Snake it scales very well, very very well. You gotta max Mystic Snake every game on Medusa, right?
I don't think there's a situation when you don't.
Like
It helps you farm in
scaling is
every way. It gives you a lot more survivability because your mana shield isn't super efficient with low mana pools. So it's it's so good.
Well, hopefully the Arcane Aura, which has 2 points in it, starts kicking in soon. Asian Wolf actually opting to go for the Frostbite, I guess, obviously because of the Beastmaster. But I want to see Calgary really abuse their mana. We're going to see Lucy. He uses the Inkswell defensively in the top lane. Now Johan is getting turned on. He still has a Blade Fury. Should he decide to
I think
use
he's
it?
waiting for an open wounds before he wants to do it, but joke's on him. Schrodinger doesn't have open wounds.
Doesn't even have it. Now this is unfortunate that we're looking at 2 points Arcane Aura for only Rage being leveled on Lifestealer. Oh god, and the Infernal Blade does so much damage to poor Bristleback. God, he actually is getting dove a little bit bottom lane.
I mean, he's not as tanky as you would like. He's got 54 damage as opposed to Beastmaster's 71, and then Doom's Infernal Blades max health, per second damage. So Actually, Beastmaster here. I'm surprised, actually. I would have expected Bristleback to stack some quills there.
He's taking it slow.
Yeah, but Law gets the pull
great
there,
pull.
so this is really important. That's a level 2
where's the
Devour
third
now.
kill? Oh yeah, the CM early on.
Yeah, CM died right away.
That one. All right, Lucy going in on Storm Soldat top. We're gonna see an Inkswell, but Storm Soldat abusing Fortune's End, and now Johan is coming in. We're gonna see a Blade Fury. Lucy is gonna get taken out. Schrodinger is now in a dangerous position. Just kidding, he's gonna feast on Johan. There's no danger. Furious Blade. Middle lane, Brank's actually taking a lot of damage. I don't think he's gonna drop. Lakecraft doesn't have a snake for one more second. Is he able to get the sniper? Oh my god, Johan, Brank's. He actually has to mango into the death pulse there to be safe.
That was close.
Brink stutter stepped, I think, when the courier hit him.
Yeah.
I think he might have been able to stay outside of range. And actually, Storm Soldat
Storm
beating.
just kills denies himself to the tower. That's a great play.
It was a close fight. He had the tower right where he wanted him.
Yeah.
But realistically, he did that to get all his health and mana so he can teleport back to lane. He can also act as a courier for his Juggernaut if need be. It looks like he didn't actually bring anything, but he did come back with wards. Now they're going to go on Lucy, and they're going to pause the game.
Can we just be honest here for a second and say that denying to a tower needs to be heavily nerfed? Like, it should add like 45 seconds to your death timer. I'm not even joking.
Denying to neutral does add quite a bit. The tower doesn't add anything.
It does nothing. It gives no gold to the enemy team, as it says it does in the tooltip. You know how it's not like...
No, doesn't it give gold? I know it doesn't. I think it doesn't give 134 total, not 134 each.
It gives 0. That tooltip is a bug. Actually, teams do not get any gold when you deny them, when you get killed by a tower. Like when you deny yourself to a tower without anyone nearby to get the assist gold. That's been a common mistake for a long time. Everyone's like, oh, well, at least it gives the team gold. It's no one gets anything. You lose nothing if you buy back, or if you bought out, and then you just TP back to lane full health, full mana, and a courier. It's such a broken mechanic. It either needs to give gold to the team, or you need to get heavily punished on your respawn timer.
I like giving gold to the team. That seems fair.
Yeah. Because there needs to be an incentive, right? Or not an incentive, I'm sorry. There needs to be some sort of punishment for it.
No, I agree with you. Well, I believe we had a fight top lane. Lucy DH gets rooted. He gets taken out. Schrodinger continuously feasting on Johan. And Johan continuously feasting on
He has open
Grimstroke.
wounds now, but Storm, Soldat's Oracle can just purge that off.
Truckwaffle in danger bottom. We're going to see another Hadouken kill. Is he going to make it 2 for 2? He hits him.
Oh! His Hadouken procs the Quill Spray and kills Law.
No.
That was pretty good.
The salve from Truckwaffle, he actually used his salve right as he behind the sight, and that's a net worth hit right there.
Yeah, he loses 100 gold there, but gets the return kill, so he's okay with it for now. Shrines are up. Yeah. Oh, I lied. Shrines are not at bottom. I guess they used him at some point, or mid lane used him. Jahan pops the Blade Fury, just doesn't have to worry too much.
And we'll see the game reset a little bit. I want to keep my eye on Lucy, because every time he goes near Johan spins and kills him. But Johan's has it on cooldown at the moment. Schrodinger's doing a good job against Juggernaut, but Juggernaut's doing an even better job against Grimstroke. Oh, Storm Soldat's actually dodging the stroke bait top 2, getting very aggressive. Storm Soldat, ooh, miscommunication with the Inkswell.
Yeah. And they have the healing ward up, so there's not really a good way to go on that.
Now, Laycraft is actually taking over the mid lane. Level 7 to Branks is level 6, although Branks is still leading on CS.
Top lane, actually, silence on Oracle. He might go down here.
Here we go. Oracle is going to try and... Oh, no, he gets taken out. And at the back line, is Grimstroke going to die? Grimstroke is dead. Only the carries are alive. Level 5 to level 6. No mana for Omni / Schrodinger. Does not have open wounds. Wow. Juggernaut does almost no damage to Lifestealer. Looking at 11 armor and a stout shield. Yeah, phase boot's pretty good. He's a Juggernaut
tanky boy
just
now.
ignores Lifestealer pretty much.
Yes, until later in the game when a Lifestealer essentially gets out-farmed by Juggernaut. Because Juggernaut will always out-farm a Lifestealer unless Lifestealer gets a free lane.
Do you think we'll see a Radiance build on Lifestealer, or is that a long forgotten
I think that build is only good in certain situations. I would expect him to go something more along the lines of a SNY, maybe a Midas, but it looks like he might need to fight early because of the Rutgers lineup. So Probably a Sanjanyasha, maybe an Armlet. And he could go even a Mjolnir or a Desolator this game.
I love Mjolnir's grown on me a lot. I want to point out there was almost another kill on Truck Waffle to a Hadouken as well. Well, Storm Soldier is rolling from mid lane to the top, returning. Level 6 on Schrodinger. Unfortunately, Omni Slash is a much bigger power spike than Infest, especially with no tax.
The Infest is really just a farming mechanic at this point because you don't have to base, right? If you get low in health, you just run to the creeps.
Lucy, he ink swells, but he gets Fortune's ended, and his fortune has ended.
Bottom lane, Truck Waffle, is he going to get the kill? No, he burns before it actually gets the Quill Spray. And now Lefty with a haste.
Boy, Asian Wolf.
Oh, that wasn't haste. It ended, maybe. Did he have haste? No, I don't know. It looked like he was hasted.
Lakecraft actually gave up on the mid lane to go hit creeps. Necrophos doesn't really pressure tower too well. I mean, he can crush the creep wave with Death Pulse and get the creeps to do the damage. Actually, Lefty does take out Asian Wolf bot lane.
It looks like Storm Soldat assisted on that one. Came in with a quick nuke.
Truck Waffle shows up again bottom. Not much. Bristleback wants to get some farm here. Level 6 double bracer. No boots actually on Bristleback.
Yeah, I think he actually does need the items he has. I don't think boots really gives him a whole lot right now. He just needs to be able to try and sustain lane.
Asian Wolf's about to walk into Rutgers and get taken out. Oh no. Hi guys, what's going on? Oh, whoops, wrong neighborhood. Fortune's End's going to slow him down. Are we going to see an Infernal Blade? Actually, we do see Lucy get taken out in the top lane, and Asian Wolf makes it away bottom. Once again,
top lane, Lucy tries to time the Inkswell with the end of Blade Fury, but he just goes for the Omni Slash.
Stacking bottom. Doesn't seem... God, he's just getting kited by the boars.
So, is that 3 bounty runes? All 4? All 4 going to Rutgers.
Doom has Doom. Truck Waffle stacking up on Doom now. Doom has 10 wand charges. He has a Storm Souljet and he has a Beastmaster. No Roar. Asian Wolf is
Truck Waffle right so much damage right now.
Truck Waffle with 4 stacks is chasing down Doom. A double hit goes. He takes out the Doom, looking very strong. But Crystal Maiden might be in danger. Not when Bristleback shows up. Bristleback looks like he might get a little aggressive here. Fortune's End is going to purge the regen. Bristleback wants to get out of there. He's going to be healed up. Away now. Lucy has shown up. Given up. Lakecraft, he's the sniper snake. Great job. Barely keeps himself alive. Brings his Necrophos, and we're going to see a continued push. Bottom lane. Oracle is going to get found by Grimstroke on the side. However, Grimstroke can't pursue. And Calgary looks like they're in a good position to push, but because of the health and mana on their heroes, I think it's more likely they're going to back up.
Yeah, and the Necro is going to have to base at this point, most likely, unless he wants to go all the way to the Shrine bottom, which, actually, Medusa's left the lane, so he's going to go just go farm out, and I miss kill bottom.
Lefty does actually kill Truck Waffle. I think that was the return of the Yell. Lefty might actually make it away too. Asian Wolf doesn't have a spell. Asian Wolf's going to let it go. Freezing Field is dropped, but no one is in range. Lucy wants to chase the Beastmaster, but with no mana, it looks like Calgary's going to have to back out. They have no ability to be on the aggressive with the lack of mana they have. Now, Storm Soldat is found, and it looks like, make me eat my words, once again, Storm Soldat dies.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice for him to kind of just walk around the CM ult. I don't think they were expecting to really fight there, so Lefty just TPing out. I think Storm could have just backed out of his own. But
I like his moxie. I like how he was looking for more.
I mean, he's really just trying to keep his boy alive. That's what it was. This mid lane, as we said earlier, was Necro favored, now Medusa favored, and a hero that can just retreat to the jungle between waves, farm up some more neutrals now. Second on net worth, just behind Johan on the Juggernaut. But look at how much gold are on these cores already. All 3 of them very evenly distributed.
Yeah, easy top 3, no contest. Yeah, Medusa just takes the creep wave mid, the whole creep wave goes to the jungle, takes a camp or 2, comes back. There's no way Necrophos can keep up with that. God, and Medusa gets her whole mana bar back. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe this hero is a little bit better than I expect.
She's still good, right? It's just she doesn't have the level 20. We now have a massive teamfight spike over you, right? Because you can't kill her. She's still good at level 20, and the Mystic Snake cooldown is really good, so she's not bad by any means. She's just not as good at level 20 as she used to be. Lucy kind of TPing into his death here, maybe. Yep, we'll go down to Storm Soldat.
Yep, takes him out. Well, we have Bristleback diving the tower bottom just to cut the creep wave. Asian Wolf on Crystal Maiden is going to show up top. It looks like Calgary wants to defend this tower. 3 heroes from Rutgers are committed. They have Omni Slash, they have Doom, and they have False Promise. Just kidding, Doom has been used on Lifesteal. It's going to be difficult for him to get in the game, but he's in no real danger. Crystal Maiden, however, taking a lot of damage from Oracle, but she's going to regen that up due to the Purifying Flame after effect. It was not purged. Bottom lane, though, looks like we're seeing Bristleback going to fall. Getting chased down, kited up by the boars.
He can't press W, he'll die to the Necro.
Oh,
he'll die to the Necro.
He can't do anything. I think he might be safe, but on the top lane we have Johan getting chased by Lifestealer. A healing ward comes out even though Johan is at half health. Open wounds. Are we going to see a great stun from Crystal Maiden? Omni Slash is still up. Now Truck Waffle does finally die on Bristleback to dodge the Crystal Maiden ult, and Omni Slash from Juggernaut comes out, but a great job by the University of Calgary, groups up all their players and splits the damage. Here's a rotation here from Doom and from Storm Soldier. Asian Wolf doesn't know if she wants to run or she wants to fight. He managed to get a double stun on Doom. He's taking a lot of damage. He's silent stop right beside the Lifestealer. This guy offers a ton of damage. He just needs to get on top of someone. He kills Doom. Storm Soldat is next. Storm Soldat still has the Fate's Edict. He's going to drop it on himself. Doesn't really do too much, but Medusa is now here.
Oh my gosh, he has double damage.
Lifestealer is going to finish off the Oracle. Medusa is going to kill the Grimstroke, and let's see how this one-on-one fight goes. Lifestealer wants to take it until Medusa started hitting him, and realized that that is not going to go anywhere soon.
300 damage.
300 damage.
That is a lot.
That is Lakecraft sitting 1,000 net worth above Beastmaster, who is sitting 800 net worth above Lifestealer.
Yeah, quick math tells me that's 1,800 net worth above the Lifestealer.
Perfect math. Deny? There it is.
Schrodinger, there he goes. He gets the Midas.
Scared me.
So I was actually wondering if he would go Midas. It looks like he does.
Well, mid lane, Branks is getting pursued by a spinning Johan. He's slowed up by Storm Soldat, who once again gets the Great Oracle combo, but it's not going to be enough to get a kill.
Truck Waffle gonna get this tower here, it looks like. Does he get? No, the roar!
Truck Waffle, please.
He gets the deny.
Beastmaster denied it, and now they're going to deny Truck Waffle. Taking him down. Actually, Beastmaster's taking a lot of damage. Good thing he has the wand.
And dies to the Necro Minion. That's a funny counter, actually. You just keep the Necro Minion on him. There's nothing you can do. It's going to eventually pop.
Yeah, the Necro Minion... I think that Bristleback is just frustrated with this game.
Yeah. Alright. Can they get the CM here? It looks like they're definitely going to try.
Has caught a Mystic Snake is going to take her health and mana. She brings everyone into the trees, but there's no fancy play to go. A Soulbind actually comes out from Lucy. I don't think they have any follow-up. In fact, follow-up might be Lucy dying. Beastmaster is going to continue to chase. He beats him down, smacks him with his axe, takes him out.
And comes Truck Waffle. Is he going to try?
Don't try it, Truck Waffle, but they don't think they need the catch.
Yeah,
they need a 2.5 second Fortune's End.
Jahan
or
and
Beastmaster.
Necro having some fun in their own there. But this Lagcraft Medusa does so much damage right now, so it is very difficult for them to really push in on this tower, or for them to defend this tower. So tower gone and really fast.
Tier 2 bottom. This is what you get. This is from Beastmaster. 4 heroes play with him, and he takes their towers. Now, at the top side, Lifestealer took a tower. Rutgers is just ignoring Lifestealer, and I think they can get away with it. It's worked for them so far, and Lifestealer's committed to a Midas. So by the time this Midas pays for himself, is there even going to be any towers left?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was worried about. I was like, I'd be interested to see if he goes the Midas this game, because it seems like Rutgers wants to fight early, and he did. So we'll see if it pays off. Rutgers denies their second tower in the mid lane, and they're just opting to go down mid lane themselves. So there's no way that they can actually defend this.
Wait, they got another deny? Oh
yeah, Juggernaut denied the mid tower. So
fire. All right, Doom's looking to start a fight. He uses his ult on the Necrophos, meaning he cannot use Ghost Shroud to hit the Omni Slash. However, just kidding, Omni Slash goes on Grimstroke, and that is a kill. Now, a teleport in from Lifestealer. Maybe they'll fight me if I teleport right into their whole team. Here we go. He opens up with the Rage. Doom on Necrophos. Doom really wants to get his spells off, but Necrophos gets roared. The Wild Axes come out, and Necrophos gets dropped. Lifestealer on the backside. Actually, that's Bristleback managed to show up in the backside. He's getting quill stacks, but not before he gets taken out. That is a 3-for-0 plus a tower trade for Rutgers. I don't know if you saw, Ricky, but both level 2 and level 3 Necro Book have now been acquired, and they're being used on Roshan.
Yeah, I mean, the Medusa was just sitting in the center of her entire team, and trying to kill her there is going to be near impossible. You still have an Oracle who can throw the False Promise on her in case she gets too low, and Necrophos is not a hero that does well against Medusa. Her Mana Shield will mitigate a lot of the Reaper Scythe damage, so it's just It's not a very good matchup. Oh my
Nope.
gosh, Doom goes over and snipes a creep in front of Schrodinger's face and walks away.
Asserting dominance. Armlet is just about picked up for...
The Lifestealer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, gonna pick it up
I
on
was,
the
looking
side
at
shop
the,
here.
I was looking at the Hawk. Sorry, is Hawk... Did they change how Hawk works? Do you...
They just reduced its health by over half. It used to be much higher health pool, but other than that,
You
no.
still summon the Hawk and control the Hawk, right?
No, it's a cast to a specific location and it's permanently invisible.
Oh my god, that is so weird. I don't know if I like that.
So you can't move it around. I actually think it's a good change because the being able to have a mobile ward is pretty overpowered. But what was really strong about the Hawk initially, if you look at its life pool
I
right
still
now,
was going to kill Stormsoul at top. Maybe? No.
he has to back. Lefty actually has a lot of damage. He's gonna turn on
And
him.
there is the Roar, the Wild Axes, the Beatdown, no Necro unit, and he's just going to hide inside of a creep. Unfortunately, Beastmaster makes sure his creep wave wins with the aura, so you
Yeah.
can't really chase him down. Calgary's committing 4 to this. What were you saying about the Hawk, Ricky?
I say the Hawk, previous to this patch, level 1, it had 300 health. You'll see its level 4 health pool now is actually 300. It scaled from 300 to 700. So it was actually just super tanky, and supports weren't able to actually kill the Hawk. Which caused a lot of problems for supports who would find a Hawk invis on top of them, and they could either decide to
Just meant
spend...
they died.
Yeah, they could either spend 30 to 45 seconds right-clicking the Hawk, or just not deal with it and go somewhere else on the map. So they just...
Well, do you remember when you didn't have a 100% hit chance on wards, and you could be de-warding and just miss 5 times, and it meant you died?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the changes to...
That was so frustrating.
Yeah, so good changes overall. I think it needed to happen. It was something that I had thought was going to be the change, that they were just going to reduce the health on the Hawk this patch, but there were a couple other options that they had. We were thinking maybe it could be visible while moving and then be permanently invisible, but...
Doom is being pursued in the Calgary Dinos jungle. 3 stacks are on him, 4 stacks are on him. Doom's going to turn around and Doom the Bristleback. Looks like we want to see a fight come out. Rutgers is kind of all over the place. The Omni Slash is going to drop the Grimstroke. Doom is going to die, but we're going to see a Roar come out on the Lifestealer. This is exactly the target they want, followed up by...
He jumps in the Necro Minion. Oh!
Great job with
No,
the
he
Necro
didn't.
Minion, however, at low health, Lifestealer is taken out. Doom traded for 2. Storm Soldat is getting chased down by the Bristleback. Storm Soldat might not even die because with the ult that the False Promise is going to stay alive for his team to show up. Necrophos uses his ult on the Medusa, but as you pointed out earlier, with the Mana Shield being a large part of her effective HP, Reaper Scythe is pretty useless against her.
Yeah,
and
you
now
can't
we're looking
Reaper
at
Scythe her.
Truckwaffle being separated from his team, and narrowly escapes. Very well done.
You need to be saving the Reaper Scythe for like anyone else on the team, literally. It just cannot be the Medusa.
Yeah. The Medusa, yeah, unless she's out of mana, in which case she's essentially dead. It's just, it's like almost like a counter, but it's not even like this counter play. It's just, it's not good against that hero. And tier 2, this is tier 2, number 2 at 21 minutes. Rutgers is looking very strong. They have the Aegis still, I believe. Yes, on Juggernaut, and looks like they might go for the last tier 3 for the Calgary
Are they gonna
Dinos.
make this play on Ladcraft? I mean, can they? They're going for it. He doesn't have ult.
Right. Oh, Lifestealer is scary, but not that scary now. We might see a dangerous play from Necrophos, who gets roared up. It looks like he's barely going to make away. No, Stormsoul has damage. Going to finish him off. An Inkswell on Bristleback lets him get into the fight, but he gets into the fight with no health and no mana, and he is taken out as well. On
And
the
Jahan
backside,
here just pursuing.
being chased by a Jahan who has Aegis, so he has no fear. Uses Diffusal, and Stormsoul that finishes him off.
There's the
Instead of
50
going for
movement
T2,
speed talent. Oh, he didn't do
it's
it.
really good, actually.
I
I think
actually
it's
really like
also... It's bringing back Blink Dagger Jug, because you can just spin and run away and blink out of fights now.
Yeah, I really like it. I think the talent's good.
I thought it was going to be a nerf, but it's insane. Well,
I agree.
blinked Ricky. Is there an error in your game? I thought there's supposed to be barracks in the mid lane.
No, those didn't spawn. I looked at the beginning of the game.
Oh.
There weren't barracks there. It was rigged for Rutgers, actually.
And what about the bottom tier 3 tower?
That one was there. I think that
Did
one
it
was
spawn
there.
in at 0 HP?
No, that one was full health. So this is Rutgers pushing their advantage, I think.
Well, Beastmaster with his aura showing why this hero is never really making it past the first round.
Doom's
Lotus
himself.
Orb Doom.
That
I really
was
liked. Oh,
Interesting.
now the bottom barracks have fallen as well. The Aegis has expired, and I think Rutgers will back up here. There's no chance for them to finish the game unless they go for the Ancient.
I think they're just going to go tier 4s, right? They have.
They don't have Aegis.
They have
don't
Horde,
have...
though.
Okay, let's see what they do. Wild Axes wildly flying out.
Yeah, Medusa's already top lane.
Oh,
Lagcraft's
the
like,
Roar is
later,
actually
guys.
used, and the Omni-Slash is used. Lifestealer is taken out. Reaper Sight takes out the Doom. Doom for Lifestealer. I still think that favors...
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there,
Rutgers.
probably.
Oh my god, Johan is like a race car when he's spinning. Now, Truck Waffle, here we go. Bristleback, it's your time to shine. He has the Radiance recipe in his backpack. He's accumulating quill sprays on everyone, and now he's accumulating damage. He's about to get taken out. Narrowly makes it away. Asian Wolf is letting it go. Bristleback is put down. Johan is 50 movement speed standing on top of the Crystal Maiden, not taking any magic damage. Next on his... Oh,
Popped.
what?
Yeah, he took a lot of damage from
Deleted.
the quill spray, and he actually took a lot of damage initially from the Crystal Maiden ult before the False Promise got on him, so...
Yep.
Not surprised he died there. But that probably going to stop at least the high ground siege until... well, maybe not. This Medusa's so huge. They could probably still just go high ground. She has Butterfly and Manta about to be delivered.
I will say that the Lotus Orb pickup I like. It's been doing work. But when you're the mid Necrophos and all you have is a Lotus Orb, that does not feel good.
Lucy throwing pigs over the cliff. Giving
Very
away his
well
position.
done by Lucy. This might actually be the MVP play of the game right here, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this great combo by Branks, keeping the pig airborne for about 6 kicks straight. Asian Wolf looking to follow it up, kicks the pig back up onto the high ground. They do have...
Can they get to the fountain?
Rutgers do have sight of this with their wards, and Asian Wolf is going to kick the pig to a safe spot behind the tier 4 towers.
It's almost
Looks
there.
like he might even try and bring it all the way to fountain. No, he's going to leave it right on the Ancient, potentially as a decoy to distract Rutgers.
Oh, it's
Pops.
gone!
Unfortunate play by Crystal Maiden. Hopefully none of his teammates saw that. Just like he now sees the wards from Rutgers.
He actually doesn't see the...
Oh my god. Asian Wolf.
Oh, no! That, let me just... That's a yikes.
Ouch.
Oh, boy. Well, Calgary has to assume there's no ward on their high ground, and Rutgers, they're feeling pretty happy about that one.
Oh no.
So, shout out to Rutgers ward placement, 100% intended there. Had to be.
I love it. That is, I'm gonna remember that ward spot. Undewardable.
Yeah. Can we, let's get a highlight on that game, on that play here later. The pig followed by the D-ward. That's, I think,
Right?
highlight of our series for sure. Back at it though, 26,000 gold lead for Rutgers, 26 minutes into the game. Now that 1,000 gold per minute, has that ever been eclipsed here? Like, has a team ever really come back from that here in CSL, Carlo?
I don't believe so, to my knowledge, but the Calgary Dinos might have the ward placement to take it all the way. Wait, what are we talking about?
Huh?
Chat? All chat?
What? What was that? Accident? I don't know. Someone might have said something, but I don't know who. Do I have someone muted? Nope.
I have everyone muted in this game.
I mean, I don't blame you. Doom pretending to deny this DD rune. And now he's denying Beastmaster's force. This is someone called PETA. This is abuse.
This game...
What is Rutgers doing?
Doom is pretending to... Doom is faking denying the double damage.
Rutgers
They just
has
wanna
spent the
wait.
last 3 minutes on the map doing literally nothing.
What is... Bird is healing before Fortune's End. What? They're just... It's like they want to play it safe, waiting for Roche, but they're also just full of goofballs. The whole team, all goofballs.
I think Storm Soldat is just accepting the fact that Roshan has to respawn eventually, and he's willing to spend the rest of his game
blocking the
there.
spawn, though, if
Yeah.
he stays...
You're right, actually. Blocking Roshan's spawn timer is a pretty big deal, so he should
Well,
probably just leave.
one of the big points in the interview with
top lane.
Rutgers Aaron, the coach. Hold on, let's take a look at Bristleback top. Missed the Mystic Snake, but they're not going to miss the Roar, and he gets taken out. Bristleback gets dropped quite quickly.
In comes
Now,
Juggernaut.
Crystal Maiden next up, double damage. He's going to kill him in 3 hits and a spin. Johan with plus 50 movement speed is flying around the Calgary Dinos base. I was going to say that Stormsoldat is the captain, and so I guess it's just adhering, really respecting his authority and probably making some calls. Hey, send me your bird so I can deny it for my creeps, or at Doom, you should probably deny the double damage. But here comes the Soul Link into the Phantom's Embrace, but Johan is spinning, so he's not going to do much with it. A great War Stomp rather from Doom is going to keep him alive. Same with the Oracle ult, and now Omni Slash is going to turn the fight, taking out not 1, but 2 players before it drops. Buyback on Bristleback, but he died again, and buyback on Crystal Maiden. They're desperately trying to stay in this game, but it's not looking good for them. Actually, Stormsoldat diving the fountain, absolutely ridiculous, but if you notice, the first thing he does is change aggro so the fountain goes on his teammate rather than himself. That's a real captain right there, making sure that his subordinate players take the damage. And with only a Crystal Maiden alive, Rutgers takes the game and the series 2-0. Let's just say that they're... Never mind, I was going to make a rude joke. Good job, Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers, they're just having fun, you know? This is the classic Rutgers team that we see every time we see them on the stream, and they're really just having a good time playing Dota, and maybe some people on the team less fun than others. As we could see there at the end, seems like Storm and the Doom are having a good time. They're feeling themselves, let's say, you know?
Sure, we'll go with that. The poor supports.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great series. I think Calgary is a talented team. I think where they're lacking is the draft and the cohesiveness. Not that their draft was terrible and their cohesiveness was too, but we could see, or at least in my opinion, I believe Rutgers outclassed them in a cohesive team play, well executed strategy, well thought out lanes, and coordinated assaults of the base. Rutgers is also full of clown shoes, and we'll see how they do in the playoffs with these ridiculous bird-denying strategies. Is there anything going on in Twitch chat right now, Ricky, or do you have any thoughts about the game that you'd like to share with us?
Thoughts about the game? I mean, I don't know what else really to say. Rutgers just seem to outclass Calgary. And it's not that Calgary is a bad team. It's just Rutgers has a lot of experience playing together. This team's been around for a while. So shout out to Calgary for obviously putting up a really good game number 1 and made it really interesting. So hoping to see more from them. We'll see.
I love Calgary.
Yeah, I bet you do. So I heard we have... Is there still something we had to do tonight?
I heard there's a Manifold Paradox up for auction here.
Is that what it was?
Type. It's either Octothorpe Raffle or exclamation raffle.
I'll
throw an example out in chat here.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we're going to be doing the raffle here in just a moment. If you guys wanted to enter that raffle, just do the exclamation point raffle in chat so you can get a chance at winning that Manifold Paradox Arcana. Should be going in just a moment here.
One of the coolest Arcanas in the game. What's your favorite, Ricky?
Oof, I don't know. There's so many good Arcanas in this game. I think for me, the ones I own, I really enjoy, but there's others that I really wish I had. I really want
Techies or Pudge? What do you like more?
Probably Pudge.
Okay. Techies or Terrorblade? What do you like?
Techies, I don't know, man. It's hard. Probably Terrorblade because I like the gem.
Actually, what about Pudge or Terrorblade? Who do you like?
I'd still pick Pudge just because he's a hero I play. I don't really play some of the other ones, you know?
You know what my favorite one is?
Go for it.
Jaina.
Yeah, of course. Old school.
I got it on sale on the store. I think I saved 10%.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So yeah, if you guys need any advice, budgeting or financial advice, let me know.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and close entries for the raffle. So that means no one else is going to be able to enter here. Remember, we'll be doing someone's going to win in just a moment. Should be, hopefully, if I can figure out how this works, we'll see what happens. But keep your eyes on chat, and we'll see who is the winner of this Phantom Assassin Arcana. Are you ready? Give me a drum roll.
I'm ready.
Give me a drum roll. Give it to me. Super official.
Percussion.
Super official. Bleak Dota.
Yeah, Bleak Dota.
Bleak Dota has won the raffle.
Oh my
is he
God.
still here? Is the question.
Bleak, you here, homie?
I will give him a little bit if he's not here.
He showed up and he's like messaged me when the raffle's going on.
Oh boy, Bleak, you done goofed. I'll give him a few more seconds, but I think he's done goofed.
AFK?
No, he's
This is
he's not even on the stream. If you look at viewers, he's not even there.
All right, I think you're the official reroller. Give him as long as you want.
Bleak, I'm sorry, dude. That's a pretty feels bad.
Round 2. This is my chance. Oh, Bleak Dota. It's easy.
Wait, what?
He is here.
Where is he? I don't even see him.
I'm picking Tiny Airline in Bleak's games.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he is here. All right. Well, I guess Bleak Dota, congratulations, dude. You won yourself an Arcana. Well done.
Congratulations, Bleak Dota.
Yeah. Send us a message, I guess, on Steam, and we'll figure out how to go from there.
My webcam's looking even better than ever, Ricky.
Oh yeah, you like that? My bad. just messing with some stuff. It's fine. Don't mind me. So Bleak Dota, we'll be giving you that Arcana unless you don't want it. If you already have the Arcana,
yeah. Do you want it?
If you already have the Arcana, just please let us know
to
so that we can give it to someone else. But if you don't have it, then it's yours.
Do you want me to do you want me to wear it? Like, I'll put it on my hero and you can just look at me using it for a little bit. Do you want to do that? Let us know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, I like that idea. I like that. It's a good one.
What else is going on, Ricky? What's next?
Well, next is Wednesday, and Wednesday we got another amazing CSL Dota series coming your way. TBD on who's going to be on the stream, but I hear it might be Rutgers again.
Oh, I hate those guys.
God, what a team! I can't stand them.
Congratulations to Rutgers winning tonight, though.
Yeah. So that might be happening, and then, well, I mean, we are going to be casting, but as far as the game, it might be Rutgers, but we'll see. But tell us, Carlton, what's going on with you? Where can these mad lads find you?
Find me on Twitter at CARLOLTON. Find me on Twitch, CARLTZON. And find me here Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes Saturdays, killing it, casting Dota with this fantastic, beautiful gentleman right here. Ricky, where can they find you?
What? You're pointing a little bit interesting of a direction there, but I feel you.
I just went for it, man.
I like it. You guys can find me here on Twitch, but also any form of social media at rcryptic, RKRYPTIC. We try to cast as much CSL Dota as we can. If it's not here on the mainstream, you can find us on our own channels, casting it there in our own free time, because it's what we do. We enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun.
We love it, and we love you guys.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing y'all here Wednesday again for another CSL series, and shout out to Collegiate Star League, really, for giving us the best platform for collegiate Dota, for any collegiate esport rather, and for giving us the opportunity to cast some great games.
Thank you very much, CSL. Thank you, Ricky, and thank you guys all for tuning in. We will see you on Wednesday.
Take care, everyone.
I've been fortunate enough to hear the next record live at our art car at ADC, and actually while I was on tour in China. This record's big. Wait, Dan, did you just censor me on my own show?
Yeah, I did. And Mike, I've told you this so many times, like, you can't swear. Every time you do, I gotta beep you out.
What the
He's not gonna listen. But okay, let's get back to it.
Head down, look in my eyes, tell me what you don't know. Hey now, put up a fight, I know how I won't let go. Hands out to the sky, we reach for tomorrow. Break down, look at your life, why you wanna be known. Head down, look in my eyes, tell me what you don't know. Hey now, put up a fight, I know how I won't let go. Wait a minute.